All right. Well, sticking on injuries, let's just go to you, G. Okay, yeah. So we got Warriors fan with Giancarlo, and then Scott is a Bucks fan. We're gonna get Tim soon too. And then I'm a
Let's
Bulls.
go.
I'm a I'm a so it's kind of funny like that you guys are wearing your stuff because I'm a Bulls fan. There's nothing to speak of, and they like literally made no moves. But
They lost. They
I wore
lost
my John
Chris
Morant
Dunn.
shirt today because I'm
Cool.
basically gonna be a de facto Memphis Grizzlies fan for the foreseeable future, just because I love his game and I think they're gonna be really fun. But yeah, the Klay injury. I mean, just thoughts, just pain,
Man,
right?
yeah, just total pain. And I mean, the one nice part has been that like the reaction from everyone, like on Twitter, and then even just like the players and stuff, like everyone just feels bad, and so like it's clear that everyone loves Clay, everyone respects Clay. They know like how good he is, and like how hard he was working to come back from the ACL. So like it's nice that he gets that kind of recognition, I think, but still, I mean, it's like that makes it 1% better, right? Like it's just so when I saw that first news, it was when it was like lower leg injury, and you're just
Right,
like,
right.
all right, so but then they were saying that it's not on the leg, the opposite leg of his ACL. So I was like, okay, well that's good, I guess. Because I was thinking like maybe it's just an ankle, like he had a bad ankle sprain or something, and they're just being really careful, and maybe somehow it gets out, it's a lower leg injury, but maybe it's not that bad. I'm just like holding on to hope. But then like when it comes out that it's the Achilles, it's just like I hate it because it just feels like when you just get yourself ready, like okay, like last year sucked with everything, and then but it's like okay, we're gonna be back this year, and like Weissman, like let's see
Yeah,
what we can do.
last year was like as good a year as you could hope for like it was like a mini tank and you get a freaking lottery pick. Like
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
nuts.
you guys like super lucked out, like the
yeah,
way everything went. It up until like you cash in all your
Until yeah.
play thing. That's like what it was. It was so weird. Be-
exactly.
yeah, I mean, you don't even have to play the full season. Like that's like how happy are you? You were already like faking Steph injury, so you didn't have to play because like oh what's the point? We're tanking anyway. I don't want him to get hurt anymore. And Draymond was too. And then it's just like COVID happens, which obviously that's just bad for everything else. But for the Warriors as a team, it's like great, we don't have to play anymore. We're not going to make the bubble,
Mm-hmm.
so we get less games, and then we get the second round pick and get the perfect like new piece that you need. And it's like everything's great, and then the Klay injury, and then it's
Yeah,
just everything's awful again.
yeah, and it's worse too because it's like continuing off of the run, like of the championship runs, because it you know the championships and then the KD stuff, and so it's that question of like, well, can we get back there like without
Mm-hmm.
KD, right? Can we compete with the Lakers? That's the other piece, right? Like I would love to like have Warriors Lakers head to head, like
Yeah.
just give it to me, right? Like that's what you want to see. I would guess most fans of both teams would want to see that at some point in the playoffs, and it's just like that window starts to slip away, right? Where it's like, it's another year of everyone just gets older, right? Steph gets a little older, Draymond gets a little older. They're still gonna compete when they're playing at like super hard. So it's like, all right, well now we got to think about next year, and then what does Clay look like when he comes back?
Well, that's the
Because
thing. Mm-hmm.
that's what I think that's the hardest part, is because his defense is so valuable. Like I think that's what I love, not the most, but like it's he's not just camp in the corner and shoot and then is a liability on defense. Like he's an amazing offensive player, and then he like consistently guards the like best guys on the other team and can take a stab at Harden, can take a stab at like all the great guards in the West, and that
Mm-hmm.
like you can't replace that. And if he's not like, I mean, he's not gonna be 100% back, but what if he's like 60% back? Like, is that good enough? Like, I don't know. And it's just hard. That part sucks, I think, because offense could come back, but the defense, I just don't know.
The lateral movement and the quickness. Yeah. That's I mean, when the KD injury happened, everyone was saying like no one fully comes back, no one has proven to take Achilles injury like that to the dome and then just be the same player they were. And everyone's like, well, what's Katie going to look like this next season? And we're going to see it pretty soon. But now for Klay, it's even worse because it's like he comes off an ACL and then Achilles on the other leg. And now it really asks the question, like, what is he going to be able to do and look like, even when, because he's going to work hard and he's going to rehab it and he's going to come back and be healthy. But then it's like, yeah, how is he going to look? That's like so many question marks now with that double injury back to back like that. And then mentally too, when you snap your stuff, it's like, am I comfortable to do this, step back? Am I comfortable to put weight on this and do these movements? And that's going to take time too, as we've seen kind of with Oladipo and with Hayward, to get back to their normalcy of patterns and play style too. So yeah,
it's just bad.
I was not happy to see that.
Worst injury you can get as an athlete. KD's a little different because I think his game as a pull-up shooter isn't as affected. So he's always going to be valuable, but man.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a bummer.
They were like a hope to maybe fuck with the Lakers before they went Darth Sidious on the NBA in free agency just now.
Yeah. Okay. So here, let's do the Bucks